Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels. A man who rose from a small town in Belgium to become one of the most recognizable action stars in the world. But Van Damme did not become a superstar overnight. His fame wasn't built by luck. It wasn't built by connections. It was built by moments. Moments on screen that made people sit up. Moments that made people talk. Moments that told the world, this guy is different. In today's deep dive, we take our time to explore 5 legendary movie scenes that made Van Damme a global star. We will talk about the story behind each scene, why it shocked the audience, why it changed Van Damme's career, and how these moments built the foundation for a long-lasting legacy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this cinematic journey. Our story begins in 1988, a low-budget film, almost no marketing, and a martial artist that Hollywood barely knew, but everything changed with one powerful scene. The Q-Mite introduction. This was the moment the world first saw Van Damme as a leading man. The camera introduces fighters from different countries. Then suddenly, the music rises, and Van Damme appears as Frank does. He wasn't just acting. He was moving like a real fighter, calm, focused, disciplined. The scene tells the audience, this is not a bodybuilder pretending. This is a martial artist who actually knows what he's doing. Why this scene changed everything. Van Damme's presence was magnetic. The way he walked, breathed, and looked around. People believed him. His physique was unique. Lean, flexible, athletic, not bulky. Directors saw a new type of action star. Hollywood realized he had star quality. The scene became iconic because it set the tone for the whole movie. It made Bloodsport more than a simple fighting film. It made it a martial arts event. This scene lit the spark. But the next scene made Van Damme a legend. If there is one moment that truly made Van Damme explode into superstardom, it was the triple spin kick scene in Bloodsport. Van Damme steps into the ring. His opponent charges, and suddenly, whoosh, a spinning kick lands. Then another, and another, all delivered with the grace of a dancer and the precision of a trained fighter. The audience had never seen anything like it. A man flexible enough to move like a gymnast, strong enough to strike like a fighter, and photogenic enough to make it look effortless. Why this scene was career-changing. The split kick became Van Damme's personal signature. No one else in Hollywood could do those moves naturally. Producers realized he could be marketed uniquely. This moment traveled around the world through VHS tapes, TV airings, and fan conversations. Kids imitated the kick, and that made him culturally iconic. Van Damme didn't just perform a move. He created a cinematic identity. From here, his career wasn't rising slowly. It was skyrocketing. In 1989, Van Damme released Kickboxer, a movie that went on to define his entire career. And inside this film lies the scene that showed the world something new. Van Damme could be funny. The bar fight scene where he dances awkwardly, pretending to be drunk, became pure gold for his image. He wiggles, he slides, he shakes his hips in the most hilarious way. Then suddenly, bam! He crushes a group of fighters with smooth, controlled kicks, all while wearing jeans. Why this scene made him a bigger star. It showed he had charm, not just muscles. Directors saw potential for action comedies. Fans connected with his personality. Women loved him because he was charismatic. Men loved him because he could fight. Producers loved him because he could sell tickets. This scene transformed Van Damme from action fighter to full entertainer. The final fight with Tong Po is one of the most emotional scenes in Van Damme's career. It is where the audience truly saw determination, pain, emotion, and warrior spirit. The slow walk into the ring, the rope-bound fists, the candlelit atmosphere. Everything felt ancient, raw, and powerful. The way Van Damme fought in this scene was different from typical Hollywood action. There was rhythm, there was intensity, there was storytelling inside the punches and kicks. Why this scene elevated him, it proved he could act with emotion, not only with kicks. The choreography became legendary. The scene is still rewatched today, more than 30 years later. It solidified Van Damme's reputation as one of the most athletic martial arts actors ever. After Kickboxer, Van Damme wasn't just a rising star. He was the star. Cyborg was a dark, low-budget, post-apocalyptic film, but one scene stood out and helped Van Damme transition from martial arts star to full Hollywood action hero. The final showdown. The environment is gritty. The atmosphere is heavy. Van Damme looks determined, exhausted, and heroic. The fight is not clean or flashy. It's rough. It's intense. It shows a different side of him, a survivor, a fighter who can handle drama, a man who can lead a full Hollywood action movie. Why this scene mattered: it showed Van Damme's range. He could carry not just martial arts films, but sci-fi and action films too. Producers began trusting him with bigger budgets. This scene opened the door to Universal Soldier, Hard Target, Double Impact, and more. It was the bridge from martial arts films to mainstream Hollywood success. These 5 scenes, from Bloodsport to Kickboxer to Cyborg, weren't just exciting moments. They were stepping stones. They took a young Belgian martial artist and turned him into a global icon, because Van Damme is not just muscles, not just splits, not just kicks. He is a symbol of perseverance, a man who turned his talent into art, a man who fought his way into Hollywood and left an impact that continues decades later. Jean-Claude Van Damme became a star through scenes that combined skill, charisma, emotion, and uniqueness. And today, we celebrate those moments because they didn't just make him famous, they made him unforgettable.